In a major relief to Rahul Gandhi and the Congress party, today the Supreme Court stayed his conviction in the 2019 criminal defamation case. This now means that Rahul Gandhi can be reinstated in Parliament immediately. In fact, that is what the Congress has now demanded. And if the Lok Sabha Speaker issues the order by next week, he could even participate in the no confidence motion in the House.
Rahul Gandhi getting a rousing welcome at the Congress party headquarters after the Supreme Court stayed his conviction in the defamation case.
आज नहीं तो कल, कल नहीं तो परसों सच्चाई की जीत होती है। मगर जो भी हो, मेरा रास्ता तो क्लियर है। मुझे क्या करना है, मेरा क्या काम है, उसके बारे में मेरे दिमाग में बिल्कुल क्लैरिटी है। जिन लोगों ने हमारी मदद की और जनता ने जो प्यार और सपोर्ट दिया, उसके लिए मैं बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद करता हूं। थैंक यू।
The top court's decision came after it questioned the trial court's reason to pronounce the maximum sentence. The court also said Rahul Gandhi's remarks was not in good taste and leaders in public life should express caution while speaking. The focus now shifts to Rahul Gandhi's membership as an MP, with the Congress wanting him reinstated in Parliament immediately.
राहुल गांधी जी को हटाने में, डिस्क्वालीफाई करने में सिर्फ 24 घंटे में सब कुछ हुआ। अब देखेंगे अब कितने घंटे में उनको रीइंस्टेट करते हैं, क्योंकि डिस्क्वालीफाई करने के लिए तो उनको टाइम ही नहीं आया। जजमेंट गुजरात, ये तो दिल्ली का जजमेंट है, बहुत आस्था नजदीक है बहुत ही।
The BJP says the final verdict will come from the people.
जो सबसे बड़ी न्यायालय जो जनता का होता है लोकतंत्र में, तो भी 24 में इनको उसमें जाना है और जनता जरूर इनको जवाब देगी।
So what next for Rahul Gandhi? Rahul Gandhi will submit his application for reinstatement to the Lok Sabha Secretariat. The application will cite the Supreme Court order. Lok Sabha officials will study the order and pass it on to the Speaker. If the Speaker is satisfied, a letter will be sent to Rahul Gandhi restoring his membership. As for the defamation case, it will be heard in the Surat's court on the 21st of August. The ball now is in the Speaker's court and the pressure will be to get Rahul Gandhi's membership restored as soon as possible. The focus for the Congress party is to allow Rahul Gandhi to participate in the no confidence motion and continue to make his political point after he was disqualified as a member of parliament. With camera person Azam, Sunil Prabhu, NDTV.
After communal violence during a procession in Nu, the situation in Nu in Haryana has started becoming more normal. Most of the mosques, though in Gurgaon, Faridabad, Palwal, remain closed today to prevent the gathering of crowds for the Friday prayers. The administration also demolished 250 shanties. This as the Chief Minister had earlier claimed that immigrants were involved in the communal violence. More FIRs have also been filed relating to social media posts that instigated the violence. Saurabh Shukla reports.
Bulldozers razing 250 shanties in the Taudu area of Haryana's riot-affected Nu. Most of the people living in these homes are from the minority community and most are daily wagers. The administration claims the shanties were built illegally on government land and also that some residents were allegedly involved in the communal clashes. But why carry out the demolition now? No answers so far.
लीगल एनक्रोचर्स हैं, वहां से कुछ इनपुट्स ये मिले हैं कि भाई जो लोग आते हैं मिसक्रेंट उस साइड से आए हैं और उसको एनोनिमिटी के लिए यूज किया है, तो उन लोगों को भी वहां से हटा के हम लोगों ने हटाने का काम किया है।
Haryana police has also clamped down on those who incited violence on social media. A case has been registered against Bajrang Dal leader Bittu Bajrangi, who made provocative statements days before the Nu violence.
कहीं कुछ संभावना भी लगती है या कोई मिसक्रेंट इंडिविजुअल लेवल पे भी कोई सोशल मीडिया के माध्यम से कुछ शरारत करने की कर रहा है, तो वहां भी फोर्स भेज के उसके खिलाफ कार्रवाई करवाई जा रही है।
Despite the day of Friday prayers, there was silence in the mosques of Gurugram and Nuh. All the big mosques of Gurugram remained closed and the imams of the mosques appealed to people to offer namaz in their homes.
हमने खासकर गुड़गांव वालों से ये अपील की है कि जिस महल्ले के अंदर, जिस सेक्टर के अंदर मस्जिद हैं, आस-पास में जाकर नमाज पढ़ लें। अदरवाइज अगर कहीं दूर है, वहाँ मस्जिद नहीं है, तो वहाँ अपने घर में 2, 4, 5 आदमी इकट्ठे होकर खुतबा करके जुमे की नमाज पढ़ लें।
There has been no violence in Gurugram or Nuh for the last 2 days, but Muslim localities are deserted. People have locked their houses and left. Markets where Muslims have hotels or dhabas are also locked, while many Muslim employees working in juice shops, tire markets, hotels have also left Gurugram. Many shopkeepers who have kept their establishments open say they have put up such posters out of fear. With Saurabh Shukla in Gurugram, Anusya Mathur for NDTV.
The ASI survey at Varanasi's Gyanvapi Mosque will continue. That's the Supreme Court order today that refused to overturn Thursday's Allahabad High Court order on the issue. The Allahabad High Court had also permitted the survey that was originally ordered in July this year by Varanasi Court to determine if the Gyanvapi Mosque was built over pre-existing Hindu structure.
The ASI survey at Varanasi's Gyanvapi Mosque can go on, but with a rider. The Supreme Court ruled today, refusing to interfere with Thursday's Allahabad High Court judgment that had permitted the resumption of the survey, first ordered by a Varanasi court on July 21. The Supreme Court said the survey should take place in a non-invasive manner, mirroring the ASI affidavit before the Allahabad High Court that said no excavations would take place at the mosque, a concern expressed by the Mosque Committee, which had argued the structure could even fall because of the survey.
The lawyer for the Masjid Committee wanted the ASI report to be submitted in a sealed cover, but Supreme Court refused to entertain the request.
In Varanasi, the district court gave the ASI 4 more weeks to complete the survey. Here is what the ASI brief is. The ASI is expected to determine the age of the western wall of the mosque. The ASI will conduct a radar survey just below the 3 domes of the mosque. The ASI also has to conduct a radar survey of all cellars inside the mosque complex and has to prepare a list of all artifacts found in the building. The court order says the ASI is also expected to carry out dating of mosque pillars for age. In the Supreme Court, Mosque Committee lawyers brought up UP Chief Minister Adityanath's recent comments on how Gyanvapi cannot be called a mosque, but the judges did not make any observations on this. With Arvind Gunashekar and Himanshu Sharma, Alok Pandey, NDTV.
There was fresh violence in Manipur even 3 months after violence first broke out in the state. In a fresh case of arms looting, a mob broke into a police armory and stole weapons including AK and Ghatak series of assault rifles. A cop was also killed in the clashes. The biggest issue is the warring communities there not fully trusting key security forces. Ratnadeep Chaudhary reports.
3 months into Manipur's ethnic conflict, a big constant worry for the forces, securing their arms and ammunitions. On Thursday, a mob carried out a major loot of arms and ammunitions in the Bishnupur district, looting sophisticated automatic weapons like AK series rifles, light machine guns, insats rifles. The loot almost mirrored this one at the beginning of the conflict, when a mob first broke into a licensed gun shop in the Churachandpur district. In the 3 months, over 4,000 weapons and lakhs of ammunition rounds have been looted in Manipur. Some of the looted arms have been recovered after intense combing operations. But watchers say fresh incidents are a major worry.
Whatever is the public allegation, the concerned authority, there is the MHA, DG Assam Rifle and even Manipur government must try to investigate and assure the public to gain their confidence. It will bring about a decrease in the gap between the trust between the public and the security forces.
Allegations are that किसी का घर जल रहा है, people are setting fire on somebody, and security personnel, in the absence of any proper clear-cut instruction, they remain silent spectator.
The other big headache for security forces in Manipur, especially for Manipur police, overcoming the trust deficit. This recent viral video from the violence-hit Kankopi district shows tribal women begging a central paramilitary force officer not to leave the area, saying they did not want the Manipur police to take over.
The state can't protect us, so we need the protection from the central government, from the center forces. The Assam rifle leave us, that means we have no hope.
A similar trust deficit in the other parts of Manipur too. This footage couple of days back, taken on the road to the border town of More, shows the locals preventing the deployment of state forces in the area. In the valley region closer to the capital Imphal, residents say they need all forces to step up and protect lives.
अगर कल ये चीज अगर फेल होती है, जिससे कि ये बातें अगर कल फेल होती है, जो डीसी ने क्लेम किया है कि उन लोग सिक्योरिटी अच्छी तरह से प्रोवाइड करेंगे, अगर ये फेल होती है तो हम सारे डिफरेंट काइंड के वो चलेंगे कि क्या करना है, डिफरेंट काइंड्स के हम लोग सोचेंगे कि क्या करना है हम लोग को.
It's high time the unified command comprising of all security forces operates in tandem in Manipur. With BM Sanju in Imphal, in Guwahati, Ratndeep Chaudhary for NDTV.
In what's bound to create issues between uneasy allies, the Congress and AAP, who are partners in the India Alliance, hours after praising AAP government's Mohalla Clinic initiative, Karnataka Health Minister and Congress leader Dinesh Gundu Rao then said it is overhyped and he was left disappointed after a visit to one such facility. This is after he visited an Aam Aadmi Mohalla Clinic at Panchsheel Park. He was even accompanied by Delhi Health Minister Saurabh Bhardwaj and Karnataka Bhavan medical officer, and there was even tweets by Kejriwal, Arvind Kejriwal and Saurabh Bhardwaj talking about the visit. But then 4 hours after praising the Mohalla clinics, there was a U-turn, and then he tweeted that they were overhyped. He tweeted, "I guess it is overhyped," and I came back feeling disappointed. News now from Mumbai, where Justice Rohit Deo, a judge of the Bombay High Court, today said he resigned due to personal reasons, and he made this announcement in open court in his courtroom in Nagpur, where the High Court has a bench. Justice Deo said that he could not compromise on his self-respect. This is according to a lawyer who was present. This has been reported by lawyers who were present in the court as the justice suddenly announced his resignation. Following the announcement, the matters listed before him for the day stood discharged. He also has sent his resignation to the president. Now, some of his notable recent cases included the GN Sai Baba case in 2022. Justice Deo acquitted former Delhi University professor GN Sai Baba in the alleged Maoist links case, setting aside the life imprisonment that had been awarded to him. Former President Donald Trump pleaded not guilty on Thursday to historic charges of leading a criminal conspiracy that sought to defraud the American people by overturning the 2020 election. Trump, the front-runner for the 2024 Republican presidential nomination, entered his plea during a brief hearing at the same Washington courthouse where hundreds of his supporters have been convicted and sentenced for their roles in the January 6, 2021 attack on the U.S. Capitol.
The U.S. Capitol was attacked on January 6, 2021 by protesters attempting to overturn the 2020 presidential election. Prosecutors allege they were inspired by claims of election fraud that former President Donald Trump now faces an indictment for. 4 charges of criminal conspiracy for promoting those claims of election fraud that President Trump pleaded not guilty to in the courthouse behind me. He's arguing that he was merely exercising his right to free speech. Now, the process that happened today is just the start. Trump will undergo a trial, and if he's found guilty, he may go to prison. At the E. Barrett Prettyman Federal Courthouse, Catherine Gibson, VOA News, Washington.
Now, a day after announcing restrictions on the import of laptops, tablets, all-in-one personal computers, now a clarification. The restrictions will not be imposed immediately. There will be a transition period to implement them, is what the centre announced today. The transition period can be up to 4 months. But what do these new rules really mean for you? Here's a report.
The central government, in a significant move, has imposed immediate restrictions on the import of laptops, tablets, all-in-one personal computers, ultra-small computers and servers. Well, entities or companies intending to bring these electronic gadgets for sale in India now will have to obtain permission or a license from the government for inbound shipments. Minister of State for IT, Rajiv Chandrasekhar, highlights that the primary reason for imposing restrictions on imports is to protect security of citizens, because certain imported hardware may have security-related issues that could compromise sensitive data. Now, he said that the move comes with the objective of promoting domestic manufacturing in the electronic sector and is aligned with the recently renewed production-linked incentive scheme for IT hardware. Well, the minister believes that India and digital Nagriks, as he calls them, will consume millions of digital products in the coming decade. Well, the last state to apply for these incentives in the product category is yet to be ascertained. Well, regular importers are eligible to obtain a license. Additionally, exemptions are provided for the import of one laptop, tablet, all-in-one personal computers or ultra-small form factor computers, well, including those purchased from e-commerce portals through post or courier, subject to applicable duty. Now, there's also an exemption from seeking import licensing for up to 20 items per consignment for purposes such as research and development, testing, benchmarking, evaluation, repair and return, and product development. Well, baggage rules also remain unaffected by these restrictions. Now, what are going to be its ramifications? Well, tech giants like Apple, Lenovo, HP, Asus, Acer and Samsung will need to either start manufacturing their laptops in India or cease importing their gadgets, likely leading to an increase in the prices of electronic devices in the Indian market. Now, the politics over this decision has also started playing out. Congress MP Shashi Tharoor said that foreign nations might not be pleased with the decision. However, he also acknowledges the positive impact of boosting domestic manufacturing of laptops.
देखिए, मेरे ख्याल में विदेश देशों तो खुश नहीं होंगे, क्योंकि उनका तो संदेश है कि ट्रेड, फ्री ट्रेड होना चाहिए और हमारे देश में उनके प्रोडक्ट्स बेचने की जरूरत है। मेरे ख्याल में जो मेक इन इंडिया के प्रोग्राम अगर आप देखेंगे तो नेचुरली भारतीय सरकार चाहती है कि हमारे कंपनीज को जरा सा और इंसेंटिव मिल जाए और अगर कंपटीशन को कम कर दे तो वो लोग फ्लरिश कर सकते हैं यहाँ। मुझे मेरी पर्सनल व्यू है ये है कि मार्केट जरा फ्री ही रहना चाहिए। अगर आप विदेशी लैपटॉप चाहिए तो वहाँ से खरीद लो, भारतीय लैपटॉप चाहिए तो वहाँ से खरीद, यहाँ से खरीद, तो क्या फर्क है?
Well, he believes that one effective approach to achieve this goal is by restricting foreign imports. Now, the government aims to shift electronics manufacturing to the country, potentially reducing gadget prices, though the initial days post the ban might be on the higher side. Now, companies can apply for special permits to import laptops into India, but the implications of the import restrictions on laptops will unfold only in the coming days. Now, later in the day, however, the government clarified that the ban will not be implemented immediately.